So they were hurt. They couldn't advertise. We lost our budget, and we went on hiatus for 5 years. They called me just over 2 years ago and said, we want to start Overhaulin back. I said, okay, I'd love to do it, but I'm not going to do it in 8 days. I'm getting older. I need some sleep. Because I used to do some of them the full 8 days with no sleep at all.
Wow.
I said, I think we can do it in 3 weeks. So we now do the cars in 3 weeks. And the 8th season, I can say that season 6 and 7 were with a different producer when they brought it back. I really wanted Bud Brutzman, the original producer, back. But we didn't get him. And I fought for him during the 6th and 7th episode, or seasons. And we got Bud back this season, and it's a great team. We've moved our facility. None of these have aired yet. I think they'll start airing in, I believe, either August or September. But we're also doing different cars that you've never seen us do on Overhaulin before. That was our goal. We did I'll tell you what some of them are, a 356 Porsche. We did a 65 Sunbeam Tiger. We also did a Dodge A100 van. And we've got some fun cars coming up for this season, and I'm excited about it. And still, my ultimate goal is to travel around the country and do shows in different cities. We have to travel. You know, it's very expensive to bring everybody with us.
Sure.
The other idea is to have Chris, myself, and whoever our other co-host will be, travel to a city, do the prank, get the car, bring it back, build it, and then bring those people out for a little vacation, and they get their car back.
And that's win-win right there.
I hope so.
Wonderful. You guys excited for the next season? Yes?
Thank you.
I'd love to transition to some other works. You've done some pretty fantastic work for Pixar's Cars and Cars 2, where you were an artist and a car consultant. I mean, what was it like to get the call from John Lasseter to work on that stuff? And what kind of role did you get to play in the films?
Well, it's funny, I just told you about the Speedbird project.
Yeah.
I had that at the SEMA show, and John was there with all of his group from Pixar doing research for the first Cars film.
Oh, wow.
And he asked me what some other shows would be great for them to go to, and I gave him a couple of different names of shows. And I actually met him at the Pleasanton Good Guys Nationals. And I had a car up there that I had built for the comedian actor Christopher Titus.
Oh, yeah.
That was red with flames on it. And John Lasseter just fell in love with the flames that we had done on the car and asked me if I would design Ramon, the 59 Chevy. So that was the first project that I did for the first Cars film, and did a couple other sketches of different paint schemes. And it was amazing to go up there and see the work that Pixar does.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. You go into these long rooms that have all these storyboard pictures, and then each of the artists acts out each character and they talk about it, and then after they do their scene, everybody kind of gets to give their 2 cents on what if this happens, what if this happens, and they're doing post-it notes and putting it up there, and it was really exciting, and I got to see who these characters were. John gave me a brief description of what he wanted the cars to look like, and then I started doing my sketching, and I was lucky enough and blessed to be called back to do Cars 2 and got to do Lightning McQueen's new graphics where the lightning bolt turns into flames and new wheels and other parts. And I just do sketches, but it's the talented people at Pixar that actually put it into the screen and bring it to life and give them the character that they have. So like I say, I feel blessed that I got to be involved with those. And then when John called me one day and asked me to paint a hard hat for him for groundbreaking day of Cars Land out of Disneyland. He wanted his hard hat to be painted like Ramon, purple with a flame. So I did that for him, and he invited me to go out there. And then at the groundbreaking day, he came up to me and he says, Ramon is the custom painter for Radiator Springs. And they built 12 acres of Radiator Springs out there. And he says, I need you for this project. He says, you are Ramon. You're designing the projects that he would paint. He says, I need you to walk around Cars Land, and anything you think that Ramon would be involved with, that's your project. And I worked with him for 2.5 years and just had an absolute blast. Met some wonderful people that I think will be friends for life, and I hope this relationship lasts for the rest of my life.
Wow. No, I don't see why it wouldn't. You're very complimentary to people at Pixar, but let's be real here. You don't just do sketches. You're really downplaying yourself on that. So you got to do a bunch of painting all over Cars Land in Disney California
yes,
Adventure.
All the custom painted hoods and some of the other areas that I also brought 3 of my good friends that are pinstripers in with me, and I would do sketches of things and say, okay, you stripe this, and then if I were caught up with all the sketches, then I would borrow some of their equipment and I would stripe things as well, and we just had a ball in there, getting everything done before the grand opening.
And that just sounds like playtime. That was good.
It's all playtime.
Oh, good. Good answer.
I don't work. I just mess around with cars.
So, just to kind of wrap this up, I mean, is there any car out there that if you could drive it today, you would want to?
The one car that I really want to find is, I would like to get a Duesenberg, which was a car from the 20s and 30s. I would like to find a Duesenberg because when you bought a Duesenberg, you only bought a chassis.
Okay.
And you went to a designer to design your body, and you went to a coach builder to have it built. And those cars today are restored and shown at Pebble Beach, but I would love to find one of those chassis and design my own body and build that, done as if it were done back in the 30s with the craftsmanship of the guys in the shop.
That would be something.
It would be a blast.
Is there anything else in your future right now that you want to share with us coming up?
Well, we're finishing up Overhaulin. I've changed some things in my shop out in California. I've brought in recently 6 more guys, and we're turning out projects faster than we've ever done before, and we're going to be getting involved with more design projects outside of the automotive industry.
Wonderful.
It's exciting.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got at least a few minutes left here. Does anybody have any questions? If you want to step up to the front here, I can field them. We can ask Chip some more stuff that might be on your mind. No? Oh, yeah. What do you got?
How do we get the younger generation excited about cars like we are? We work on them and things like that.
That's a good question.
It's changed a lot and the economy and all, but there's got to be something that gets that passion going in kids like it does in us.
How do you get the young guys and girls interested in cars like you are?
Well, the biggest thing is the expense. It's so expensive to build these cars. That's why the younger people, they get involved with their parents or their dad that's building the car and they're helping them out. But what I've been trying to do with the car shows that I'm involved with is give what we call the Young Gun Award. So anybody that's 16 or under, or let's say 20 or under, that has built a car and they brought it to the show and they built it themselves, that's a different judging category. And one of the things I've been trying to get is some of the manufacturers of aftermarket products. I'm trying to put together a deal right now where, whether it's with Good Guys or the indoor car shows, where we put together basically a roller that's a chassis, a body, maybe an engine, transmission, all the parts to build a car, other than all of the labor to actually paint it and assemble it and wire it. And what I'd like to do is for the young guns, it would be all these different competitions. Somebody is picked from several different shows. They would be all the finalists. And they come together and we have basically a car show or car off from the cars that they've built. And the winner of that gets this roller. So they don't have to go out and spend, it could be 80 grand to buy all the parts, but now they have something that they get to build. And to entice other younger people to get involved with this competition because they may win something like this.
That'd be wonderful. Give them a leg up. Yeah. We got time for one more right now. Does anybody else have a question for Chip? Yes, sir.
Is your son getting the design bug shit?
Is your son getting to the design game?
Right now, I think he likes 8th grade girls. No, he loves design. He loves cars. His favorite show is Top Gear.
Oh, yeah.
From BBC or BBS, whatever it is.
BBC.
Yeah, he watches that every morning and every night. It's on Netflix, so he's always watching. And he comes down, hey, Dad, check this out. Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Chip Foose.
Thank you, everybody.
All day. You're doing a signing today, right?
Yes, we are at D Street. I think that's where we go from here.
Yeah, coming up at just about 10:30, he's going to start doing a signing over at D Street. Chip Foose merchandise. We got oil paintings, deluxe prints, Chip Foose t-shirts, pins, phone cases. I believe those are all some of the things that you guys can get here. And Chip's going to be back later this afternoon. We're going to talk some more and all sorts of great stuff this weekend, right?
And then you're talking next to a good friend of mine, Stuart Reed, right here in the blue shirt. Good to see you, Stuart.
Absolutely. Yes, Stuart, at 10:30, we're going to talk to you.
Great. Well, everybody's going to be with Chip signing.
No, they're not. No, you're right here. This is Stuart Reed. You guys got to be here for this. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Chip Foose.